Hello guys, welcome to Wolverine issue number 23. Welcome to another video. If you like it, just hit the like button and subscribe. Let's go dive into this one. The issue picks up during the current storyline in which Wolverine is already in a compromised state. According to Marvel's synopsis, Logan is dealing with shattered claws and diminished mutant abilities, making him significantly weaker than usual. The situation becomes even worse because enemies now possess powers taken from him. Normally, Wolverine survives impossible situations through his healing factor, his adamantium claws, his endurance, and relentless aggression. This issue removes much of that safety net. The story is built around a simple question: what happens when Wolverine's enemies gain the advantage that normally makes Wolverine dangerous? The Logan's physical condition is the main concern. The opening sections focus heavily on Logan's deteriorating condition. His claws are damaged, his healing factor is unreliable. Every injury now matters. Cuts remain open longer, bruises accumulate, fatigue becomes a real problem. For perhaps the first time in the current run, Logan is forced to think like a hunted man rather than a predator. This changes the tone of the issue considerably. Instead of charging directly into danger, he must assess risks carefully. The power grab crisis. The central storyline revolves around the consequences of stolen or redistributed powers. The issue's official subtitle, Power Grab, refers to villains gaining access to abilities connected to Wolverine. The comic explores an unsettling concept. Wolverine has spent decades fighting enemies with superior technology, superior resources, and superior numbers. What happens when these enemies also gain Wolverine's natural advantages? Suddenly, Logan is facing opponents who can endure punishment, recover quickly, and fight with an intensity that mirrors his own style. Taskmaster enters the story. From first we are seeing this one. The major antagonist of the issue is Taskmaster. Marvel specifically promoted the issue around the confrontation between Wolverine and Taskmaster. Taskmaster is already one of Marvel's most dangerous mercenaries. His photographic reflexes allow him to copy the combat techniques of other fighters. He has studied Captain America, Spider-Man, Black Widow, Daredevil, Hawkeye, and numerous others. Against a healthy Wolverine, Taskmaster would still be a major threat. Against a weakened Wolverine, he becomes terrifying. Why Taskmaster is the perfect opponent? One of the themes of the issue is that Taskmaster represents a dark reflection of Wolverine. Logan relies heavily on instinct, Taskmaster relies heavily on technique. Normally, Wolverine compensates for technical disadvantage through durability, but now durability is exactly what he lacks. That means every mistake matters, every strike hurts, every opening can become fatal. The issue repeatedly emphasizes how dangerous Taskmasters become. The Hunt, much of the comic functions like a survival thriller. Taskmaster does not merely attack, he studies, he observes, he looks for weaknesses. He understands that this version of Wolverine is vulnerable. Rather than facing Logan in a straightful slugfest, Taskmaster attempts to exploit every limitation. This transforms the conflict into a tactical battle. The question is no longer can Wolverine win, instead it becomes can Wolverine survive long enough to find a way to win. Escalation of the threat. As the issue progresses, the consequences of the stolen power storyline become increasingly dangerous. Logan begins realizing that the problem extends beyond his own survival. If villains can successfully weaponize mutant abilities on this scale, the threat could spread far beyond him. The issue therefore serves both as an action story and as a setup chapter for larger conflicts ahead. The major fight, the confrontation with Taskmaster, forms the counterpiece of this issue. Logan repeatedly refuses to stay down. The clash highlights the difference between copying a fighter. So the theme of the issue is identity, survival, power, and adaptation. So the issue ends by pushing the power grab, and that is when task when Wolverine is surviving from the Taskmaster, but Doctor helps him in that case. The issue ends by pushing the power grab storyline forward rather than resolving it completely. Taskmaster's involvement demonstrates how dangerous the situation has become. Logan remains battered and weakened, his enemies remain empowered. The balance of power has shifted dramatically. The ending positions Wolverine for even greater challenges in upcoming issues while reinforcing the central idea of the arc. The Logan's mindset is right now one of the strongest aspects of the issue is Logan's internal struggle. Wolverine has always defined himself through perseverance. When everything is stripped away, he keeps moving. The loss of his abilities forces him to confront something uncomfortable. How much of Wolverine's identity comes from his powers and how much comes from the man underneath? The comic repeatedly suggests that Logan's greatest weapon was never actually his claws, it was his refusal to quit. And that is the thing we get to see that Seattle hours later when Wolverine will go there, that means Logan will go there to meet the Doctor, who is actually the reason behind all of these things. And that is not an easy thing because he just find out what he was thinking. This is far great and griever and dangerous than that. And we get to see another thing is more and more upcoming. And if we like to know the themes of the issue, it's becoming Wolverine without his powers. Overall assessment, I can say Wolverine 23 is less about showcasing Logan's strength and more about stripping it away. Instead of presenting Wolverine as an unstoppable force, the issue asks whether the qualities that truly define him, determination, experience, and resilience, can carry him through a fight when his powers no longer can. The Taskmaster confrontation serves as the clearest expression of that theme, and that's the theme when we know that how much how much enraged right now Logan. So that's why when he meets the source of this cause, who is the creator of this thing, who is the doctor, the research scientist, he just grabs him away. And the research scientist said that if he dies, Logan dies, because the techno virus, this is a techno organic virus, it will start destroying Logan's own cell system, and that is very dangerous. And thinking it, Logan said, right now, cry me a river, bub, I ain't here for your tragic backstory. And he just loses his temper and he starts attacking on the doctor. But right now he didn't start, he just bring out his claws and the claws come out from the blood. And when he tries to threaten the doctor, the scientist, the doctor became far more hideous, more bigger villain. And this villain remind me of World War Hulk kind of thing. But yeah, this is amazing. I truly overall enjoyed this comic book, whether it's a like a spin-off issue or nothing, but this is a thing that what we are looking for, the amazing things happening in a comic book, and this comic book just served the purpose. And that is why I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10. And the main thing about the this comic book issue is the fighting, the action between Taskmaster and Wolverine. That is, whoa, that is top of the notch. So yeah, hope you guys have liked this one, and I will try to bring on more and more shows in coming days. You guys just keep on subscribing and hit the like button, so help me going spreading my videos to all over the world and share it with your friends, with your siblings, with whoever, I don't care, but let it grow, and you will enjoy more and more new comic book stories and new stories explained in a full manner. And it's not just about the art. So yeah, right now I'm just fighting like them, Wolverine and Taskmaster, how they're fighting in this one. I'm fighting with YouTube. So just help me out to grow more and more, and I will help you out to explain a lot of comic books. You will enjoy these lots of comic book stories. So yeah, have a great day guys. Right now, adios. See you soon.